What is up, everybody? We are back today and we are going to be installing a new stereo. And if you guys don't know anything about Harley-Davidson stereos, these stereos kind of suck. So you can see here, this is the Boom 4.3 inch, and that stereo I can tell you right now, I've had nothing but problems with it. I was talking to my brother. He had a old 14 or 15 Street Glide that had the same stereo. He complained about all sorts of issues that it had as well too. So today we are going to install this little bad boy. So this is the Soundstream Reserve, and it's the HDHU.14SI. Now this here does come with the data link. I found this on Facebook. They were selling it for half price as far as what it was. The guy had upgraded and put it into a road glide similar to mine, and when he did that, he basically traded in like 2 weeks later, he said, for one of the new 2024s, and didn't need it anymore, so he pulled it back out and he had it up for sale. I was watching it for about a month or so, and I kept seeing the price come down, so I talked to him, worked out a price, and we went and picked it up yesterday. So, and this here is a little bit better view. This is the 4.3 inch. It is damaged just because it's got about 4 years worth of use on it, but these stereos kind of suck. So like I said, we're gonna tear it apart. And as I was going yesterday to pick this little bad boy up, this happened. So I was riding back after had that. It was a good day, and long story short, this is actually, I've polished some of this out, but you can still see some of it's there. Got ran off the road, and bags damaged down there. Brand new extended saddlebags I had like maybe a week got damaged, and it messed up my front shark nose pretty good. So that is the downfall to riding. Is it's gonna happen. Doesn't matter. It's not if, it's when. You're gonna get ran off the road. You're gonna get into an accident. Something's gonna happen. Luckily, I was able to. I feel like I reacted good enough as far as what I could have, but I kind of sit back and wonder about that sometimes. But for the most part, I think I reacted pretty good. I'm still here. Got a few bruises and stuff, but for the most part, it is what it is. Bummer part is shitty people out there, and I'm gonna say that because the person that pulled out in front of me didn't even stop after it happened. They just kept going. I was too concentrated on trying to control the bike and everything. I didn't get the license plate on it. One of the guys that came up, he actually went down and he tried to track him down and get some information from them regarding that. But yeah, like that was just a shitty situation. We had to winch. I had to have it winched out by a tow truck. So I'm gonna show you guys some footage some photos as far as what happened to it. And yeah, so I think, word to the wise, be careful of the caged vehicles out there. So let's get going on this. I don't want to dwell on that too much. It's happened, it's done, it's over with. It's not going to stop me. After I checked everything out on the bike, we did ride it home, make sure everything was good, and she's still good. Just some cosmetic damage, and probably just hurt a little bit. I felt like I keep kind of wondering if I could have done it better, but shit happens. Paying attention more as far as what we're around with some of these cars, and yeah, so I'm just kind of getting past a few things, and yeah, we'll go from there. So let's get this torn apart and let's start getting this new stereo installed. What's really cool about this is it has the what is it? It's the iDataLink system that's going to tie all into this stuff. And when you tie it into that, it brings in gauges, brings an entire monitoring system. It does all sorts of really cool stuff. And I think one of the things, it can monitor oil pressure, but I don't think these bikes have the sensor for the actual oil PSI. It just says yes, no. Like basically, oil is good, oil is not good. If it does have the sensor where we can change it out, I want to eventually change it out so we can actually check oil pressure. Because most everybody knows with motorcycles, like with mainly Harley-Davidsons, you want to check to make sure your oil pressure is good. So yeah, let's get going on this and let's get this all torn apart. We're going to get the shark nose torn apart, and we're going to get the new stereo installed because we're heading to Daytona in about 2 weeks and check it out. And never been there, so we're going to see what it's all about. don't have the right tools, improvise a little bit. Always good to have the right tools though. This fucking stereo.
Can you grab my phone? It's either on the counter or it's on the bathroom counter. Can you leave that open?
And just like that, this piece of crap is gone. Come over here now. Now, let's take a look at the upgrade. Oh. Hey. So, this is the iDataLink cable that I was telling you guys about. So, basically, one part plugs into the stereo, the other part plugs into the wiring harness that's on here. It's all plug and play. There is some features that you can add to this, and there is also some stuff that you can flash to it for some other features. We're going to be going through all that stuff, and we're going to be scanning this QR code, get everything all situated and set up, and go from there. I know you can't set it up for like so this will take it away, so you don't have to go to Harley-Davidson just to flash everything for your stereo anymore. So awesome design by Maestro. Definitely worth it. We're going to test it out a little bit further. So, but without further ado, an extra wire in here. Here is the Reserve SI. I call it the SI because they have a similar version for the 2014s and newer, technically 2015s for the Road Glide. But this here is beautiful, right? Like, so much nicer. Way more robust. They put a lot of time and effort into this. So let's get this installed and let's start testing it out. Okay, so let's do a power test. Let's bring it online. Let's see what it looks like. I'm going to do a factory reset because I don't know if the other guy did that. We're going to start from scratch on it, and we're going to go from there. SoundStream Reserve. That is hot. It's cool. Nice thing about the iDataLink too is it integrates your controls so you can toggle through like CarPlay and some of the other stuff that we're going to have on here. That's really why I was interested in having this. So first things first is let's go to settings. Okay, that's the digital equalizer. Go to settings and system settings and factory reset, and we're going to factory reset it. Now, one of the things we're going to do first is we're going to check the firmware version. We're going to see if it's up to date. If it is not up to date, then we're going to flash it and we're going to get the newest firmware put into it and get that brought online. Okay, so that's what happens when you see a factory reset. When you bring it up online, first thing it's going to do is it's going to ask you to select which version of language you want it. English, and then we got America. Check box. Now. It's working. None of my controls are working. Why? Okay, with playing around with this for a little bit, I finally figured it out. So the Maestro box, which is the iDataLink box that's in the back, you have to flash it for your bike. So we took it aside, flashed it up. They have what's called the Web Link Updater, and that's a flasher for the device where you plug it in. You select all your information, input the serial number of the stereo and some other stuff, and away it goes. Pairs to your bike, talks to it. We have CarPlay up right now. As you can see, we go to information, it pulls it up now. Bummer part about this is we don't have the tire sensors, but that will be coming. I will be getting those installed. But you can see the headlights up here is working. Highs are going. I don't know if this is going to show on the camera, but we'll basically try to do that. You got their flash for the high and lows. When you push on this, it shows the brake lights, and then of course you got your turn signals one way, turn signals the other way. They are flashing fast on the screen because it doesn't realize that it has a load on it, but I have LEDs in there that we've upgraded to. So shows the voltage, shows what gear we're in, and yeah, I think this is awesome. There's all sorts of other features too. They've added this vehicle settings, so you can set the units. We've got it set for English. Supposedly they're bringing more stuff out for that, but you also have the Maestro settings where you can basically go to alerts, maintenance, do all sorts of different things. If you have any type of check engine codes, you can pull and show the DTCs on here and show the actual engine codes of what's going on with it. You can go to the diagnostic menus. It actually talks to the OBD2 on the system and works incoherent with it. So yeah, I think this is really cool. You can set the handlebar controls to do all sorts of different things. You can also do that inside the WebLink software. When you go and flash it, it'll ask for all that information. If you have an amplifier hooked up to it, it can do that kind of stuff too. About Maestro, it's going to show the newest version, which it did go out to the internet. It looked for the newest one and put it out on there. So yeah, this is all going. It's basically ready to rock and roll. We're going to do some customization to it for ourselves. We got this. And then we got the CarPlay, we got the radio, we got Android Auto, which we'll never use. USB phone, we're going to get the Bluetooth all paired up. You got the adjustments for settings, so you can dim it down or make it brighter. It does have a camera feature. You can plug a camera into it and some other stuff. I don't know how that works, but we're going to do that kind of stuff. I might actually set that up for like a rear camera so I can kind of see stuff behind me. I might actually look into XM because we have XM radio for a subscription. I got it on my Bronco and a few other vehicles, so we might actually add this to the XM, so we got XM radio when we're going on longer cruises. But yeah, super simple interface to use, very nice, very robust, tons of different things you can do. The gauges, we've got this set up so I can see the twist grip, how much percentage I'm actually twisting on the grip. Shows external temperatures, current voltage, shows intake temperature, shows miles per hour. And then the page 2, you can go in here and you can set this too for some more stuff. And you can do like 0 to 60 time, you can do quarter mile time, all sorts of other stuff. So yeah, super cool, super robust interface to do that kind of stuff. So we're going to get this video wrapped up. We're going to get this all put back together. We're going to enjoy it and do some reviews on it. I know it is coming up on about a year or so that they've had this out, and they got the V2 getting ready to drop. But this is what happens when you buy a used device and it's paired to somebody else's bike. You have to download the WebLink updater software onto your computer. It works with Windows or PC, and I'll show you guys some footage at the end as far as me doing some of that kind of stuff with it hooked up. But yeah, it's super easy. We're going to get this all set up, and we're going to get the USB all hooked up down here now. That'll be the next project, is get that all wired up so we got the USB plug so we can hook up some of our GoPros and other stuff while we're running down the road to be able to charge and go from there. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Pretty robust stereo. If you guys have not looked into it, you definitely want to look into it. With the V2 coming out, you'll probably see more of these pop up on Facebook and eBay. If you guys are looking for a really good upgrade, this I can't stress enough, this is probably going to be the GTS Killer for sure. You know, it links into your interface. You can do so much more, and I guarantee over time they're going to be adding more features and other stuff. We might have to upgrade the deck eventually, but at least we got the base core set up. We got a nicer stereo. Sounds so much better with the speakers and everything. A little bit nicer, I believe, equalizer setup for this. So I think it's a good upgrade if you guys are looking for that kind of stuff. So we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace. Be safe out there.